Draw front view, top view and side view using third angle projection method for given object. So this one is the example of orthographic projections. Here arrow. This arrow in isometric or 3D view represent direction of observer or front view direction. So this one is the front view. When we see from top side, that is top view, and in this side, say this one is when we stand over here, this one is our left side, so left hand side view. Now for third angle projection system, as you know, front view is over here, that is FV, top view, left hand side only left hand side view, and on right side of front view it is right hand side view, and these two quadrant we will use for projection. According to this question, it is required to draw front view, top view and left hand side view. So this will be our four blocks for front view, top view, left hand side view, and one is for projections. Now let us start to draw. So first we have to draw this margin line, that is plus shape of line, so that all views are separated. So by using this parallel line scale, I will draw plus shape margin line. So let's say here is the perfectly plus shape of margin line. Now I want to start with front view. So front view will be over here. According to this, front view is come over here. Now let us draw another 1 centimeter or 10 mm gap, so that our all views, means it is front view, top view and side view, are separated. So this one is the 1 centimeter or 10 mm gap with vertical and horizontal line, that is represent margin, or we can say gap. If we are not providing any gap between two views, then view might be merged or we cannot identify separate view. Now talking about front view. So this diagram, this shadow portion is the base that is visible from this side front view, total 90 by height. Height is given over here, that is 10, plus this U shape portion and slope, that is right angle triangle. Now total length of front view will be 90, total height. So when we talk about this base, that is 10 plus 30, so 40. 90 cross 40 is our front view. So let me measure. Here it is 40 mm height and 90 mm length. So let me draw parallel line of 90 mm. So it's over here, and parallel line for height. Now we will use this block to draw front view of given object. So start talking to base. So base is 90 cross 10. So we will draw object line. These all are only reference line or dimension line. So very light lines. It is called reference only. Dimension line is same light line, but we will use to give dimension. So this one is say 90 and 10 mm or 1 centimeter height of the base, that is this one 1 centimeter. So total it will be 40. So now this one is the base from front view. Now when you see this base and U shape portion, both are separated plane. One is the front plane, say this one is the front plane, and another is back plane. So both are not same, but when we see from top, so see my hand, this one is top hand and here is the bottom hand. But when you see my hands, both are same plane, but actually both are at different plane. So here is the line of separation of plane. So that is required to draw. So now here on the right side of 90 degree 30 mm vertical line is there. Say this one is the 30 mm vertical line, and this length is 50, so that one is 50 over here. And again vertical line means parallel line, that is object line only, so I will draw dark from starting. Now width or thickness of this object. To calculate thickness, what is this length total? That is 40, because radius of this circle is given 20, half 20 plus 20, so total diameter 40. So here is the 40. 50 minus 40 is 10, so 5 equal, both sides are 5. And center point of that is represent center of half circle. So we will draw half circle over here, so that is again dark line. So this one is the half circle over here. Now here of 50 mm base above one line is also present, so here is the parallel line, and so this one is the front view of this portion, because in front it is rectangle cut and after rectangle it is circular. So this portion, front rectangle and circle both are separated, so this horizontal line must be required, because this plane and rectangle plane both are different. One is front plane, second is back plane. Likewise, talking to base is front side, then this U shape of portion is beyond that, so back side. Again this circle is cut beyond, so it is again back side. So this all three, 1 2 and 3, all three planes are separate, so this horizontal separation or object line is needed. Now for slope is start from top of C U portion. So because these 2 points are same when we see from front side, so it is same point, and at bottom it is base point. So when you see over here, this both points are same, so we will join this one and top point of U part. So this one is top point and bottom left point of base. So now this will be slope. Now consider all features. So base is there, so here also, then U shape of rectangle part, U shape, then half circle, so I have half circle, slope. Here one cut is there, slot, base के पीछे slot. But now slot, where is slot? If it is directly not visible from the view, then it will be hidden. So now when you see in base, it is not visible, so it will be hidden. So when you see this slot is like a tunnel from this side throughout, so it will be end over here, it is throughout tunnel, it is rectangle and throughout. So height is 5 mm. So here we will consider height, let's say it is 5 mm height, it is start from this side. So when you see, it is behind this line, behind this hidden line, cut portion, it will be like this. So we will draw this horizontal hidden line for base. So this will be represent of slot in the base. When we see from left side, base is visible. Next we will draw top view. So for top view, we will consider all vertical projection in upper plane or upper quadrant. So this one is again vertical projection. So these all are projection. So now you can see my object line and projection line difference. Projection line is very light, object line is dark. It include object line, hidden lines and center lines. So center lines is required for circle. So here is the circle and this is center. So we will draw plus shape or two perpendicular center lines which is represent center of circle or symmetricity of object, that is called symmetric line also. So this one is representation of center of circle. Now when we see from top side, so this portion, again these two strips, circular part, rectangle base, slope is visible. So we already considered all projections. Now length of top view is 90, that we know, and depth of this object, that is 15 mm this space, 15 mm rectangular plus 15 mm this thickness of circle, so total 45. So let's say here we have already 90 because we considered projection, so no need to measure 90 again, and 45 of depth of object, so it is visible in the top view. And finally over here it is top view box. So I drawn this box in the top view, complete rectangle box. Okay, now again here these two strips are visible. So these two are strips according to my diagram, these two strips. Now where it is start, it is start at rear end, પાછળ back થી start થશે, starting from the back side, and from front. So from here this one is the corner, 15 mm back, so here from 15 mm. So we will keep space of 1.5 centimeter or 15 mm for starting of this strip. So over here both strips will be start. So say these are the strips, and we will end these strips so these are the two strips, that is for this one. When you see from top it is rectangle block, so this strip end are same. So over here also these are the exactly below that. So we will complete it with one object line. So this one is the required. Now here rectangle cut and circular cut are separated with 15 mm depth of rectangle and 15 mm for circle. So it is half portion. So now this one is the rectangle cut. When you see over here, first rectangle and second circle. So for circle again we will draw center line. So this one is the center line for the circle. Now for slope, स्लोप एकदम पीछे से स्टार्ट हो रहा है एट द एंड, एंड thickness of slope is 10. So here is the slope. This one is the top starting point and bottom ending point. So our slope will be between these two reference line only. ये दोनों reference line के बीच में ही slope आएगा. So it is start from the end and 10 mm thickness. So let's say 10 is over here. So this one is the finally representation of slope. Again let's check. So base is there, then circle, square, slope. Yes, now this cut portion is remaining. If it is not visible from any view, then it will be hidden. Yes, from in top view is also not visible, so let us draw hidden line. So in how much portion means what is length of slope, so it is visible in front view. So this one is total length. So it is start over here and end over here. So two ends of slot. Now in top view, when you see from top, slot is visible like this. So two ends are there for slot. It is throughout. Now let us see what is this thickness of slope. Intermediate is 25. Total is 15, 15, 15. So 45. 45 minus 25, 20 is remaining. So 10, 10 at both sides. So let us do point of slot 10, 10 mm. So this both are slot of 10, 10 mm. Now slot will be end throughout. Over here also it is visible. So with 10 mm I will draw hidden lines. That two hidden lines represent base hidden slot. Likewise over here also. But when we see in this, it is already object line of slope. So hidden line, when you draw hidden line, it is not visible because hidden line and object line are overlapping up to slope. From here to here, hidden line in this portion, hidden line and object line is overlapping. So obviously object line is visible. So in remaining part we will represent slot. So slot is actually from between these 2 points and these 2 points. But in this portion already object line is present, so no need to represent hidden line because hidden line is overlap by object line. Now we will draw left hand side view over here. For that let us consider projections from this front view and top view. So from top view let us consider 45-degree reference line. Consider all horizontal references from front view and from top view. When we draw from top view, that is intersect with this 45 mm inclined projection line. So that is our reference only. I considered all lines. Now this boundary is the perfect boundary of left hand side view. So now when we see from left hand side, here is the base including slot. So base top is perfect full object line. So I will draw with full object line, then two vertical lines, then horizontal lines. So here is the total height of base. Now slot, and this one is the slot point. So when you see in top view, this line represents slot line. So over here it's end. Likewise second ending is over here. So between these two I will draw horizontal lines. Now for height of slot, that we already represent over here. This one is the height. So again I will consider reference or projection. So that will be dark line. In this projection only dark line. Then vertical lines. So finally this one is base with slot in our left hand side view. So again no need to measure dimensions because we already took projections. So it is easy. Now this portion C shape portion is start 15 mm. So this one is already C shape portion and we skip 15 mm. So this one is the gap 15 mm. So उसके पीछे ही आएगा, यहाँ पर नहीं आएगा क्योंकि we can see from here this one is the gap. So I will consider vertical line. Sorry, it is over up to here. This one is already projections line. So with up to top I over. Now talking for slope. So when you see in top view, this one is the slope, this portion is slope, and in front view this one is the slope. So intersection is these 4 points, projection of these two line and projection of these two line, so that represent slope. So now slope is automatically drawn with projection. So each dimension inside view you will find automatic. Now see, this projection we not use anywhere. So what is that? Yes, that is circle. So where is circle in this part? So this one is rectangle and over here it is circle. So circular part is this much, but it is not visible from this side. So it is hidden only. Beyond this line it is circle line. See, like this. And what about this? So we will draw like this. Now circle has also one base, is this one. So it is throughout circle. So it should be like this hidden line. So for this circle, yes, this one is the line, so hidden part. Now end of base, it is over here. So again let's draw horizontal hidden line. So finally this one is represents left hand side view. So we have all features like circle, rectangle cut, slope and slot. So slot, slope, rectangle part, circular part in all three. Now because of this one is in third angle projection method, we will draw symbol that is represent third angle system. Say I have some space over here. So first draw two concentric circles. So these are the two concentric circles with arbitrary radius. Then after we will draw conical shape. So here is the center of circle, so I will draw center line. Then this one is the projections. So smaller side will be first and here is the longer side. So finally here is the object. Meaning of object, for meaning of object you can see my other videos. Now we have to draw this dimension also. We have to note this dimension in this orthographic projection. Basically we are using any two views for dimensioning. So generally we will use front view and top view. Major dimension if possible then we will represent in front view. So 90, yes, 90 is also visible. So for 90 I will consider projections downside, draw dimension line. So again here I am using dimension lines, so that is lighter than object line, so 90. So align system I use above dimension line. Then this height of base is 10, 30, so it is visible again over here. So that is 10 and 30. So from this side it is 10 and 30. Now this 50 is, this one is the 550, so we can see over here. This 25, yes, R radius 20 is also visible. So this one is represent of radius 20. Now 15, 15 and 15 is visible from in top view. We cannot represent in front view because it is depth. So this one is we will write only one time dimension, whatever dimensions are given. Again here 90 is represented, so no need to write 90 because that we already mentioned. Then thickness, that is already given 10. Now this 25 and 5 is remaining, so here also it is not visible. Here 25, yes, it's easy to represent 25. And finally over here height of base slot is 5. From this side I written 5. So now all dimensions are over. So this one is the third angle projection of given object: front view, top view and left hand side view.